Draw detailed longitudinal section, a cross section near the support, and a section at the middle of the span of simply supported doubly reinforced beam for the following data. Okay, clear span, it is 5.4 meter, bearing over the supports 300 mm, cross sectional size, that is B into D, 300 by 800, main reinforcement 7 numbers of 25 mm dia straight, 3 bent up at 1400 mm from the support, compression reinforcement 4 number of the bars, 25 mm dia, spacer bar 25 mm dia, side face reinforcement, 2 numbers of 12 mm dia, shear reinforcement, 2 legged 12 mm dia at 150 center to center for a distance of 1.5 meter from the support, and 2 legged 12 mm dia at 300 mm center to center for remaining middle portion. Okay. First, it is necessary drawing everything it has been I have already given. We have to understand the drawings carefully. Okay. Okay. So this is your support 300 mm. Both the sides this is 300 mm. So the clear span it is 5.4 meter. So depth here it is 800 mm. So this is depth 800 mm. Okay. And this is your tension phase, compression phase, it remains same. Okay, so at the bottom you have to give totally 7 number of the bars. Out of 7 numbers, 4 numbers are straight and 3 numbers of the bars are bent up. Okay, and that bent up is specified at a distance of 1.4 meter from the support. After bending towards upwards at an angle of 45 degree, you have to extend it till the support at the compression phase. Okay, and here since the reinforcement at the support section and the midspan section varies, we have considered two different cross sections. Say at the midspan, reinforcement will be different. At the support section, reinforcement will be different. Okay, and when it comes to the shear reinforcement, you can notice, see at the supports for a distance of 1.4 meter, the spacing of the stirrups are very much closer, that is 150 mm center to center. Whenever you are nearing to the midspan, the spacing has been increased. Okay, that is for 300 mm center to center. Okay, yeah, so I have already told, if you take the simply supported beam carrying UDL, if you draw the shear force for this, shear force drawing for this, so the shear force will be maximum at the support, WL by 2. Here also it will be WL by 2. That is why you have to give very closer spacing. Since the shear force here it is maximum at the support, you have to give the closer spacing of stirrups. So whenever you are nearing to the midspan, here it is 0. Okay, so that is why the spacings is greater here. Okay, yeah, this is about the longitudinal section. So same thing you have to draw for cross section also. Okay, cross section also you have to consider. See, there are two cross sections, one cross section at the midspan, one cross section at the support section. So this is cross section at AA, that is at the midspan. This is cross section at BB at the support section. See, in addition to the compression phase and the tension phase, there is even side face reinforcement. This is your side face reinforcement. Also, there is a spacer bar also. So this there is a spacer bar also. I'll tell you what is that spacer bar. So this is your spacer bar. So it is been provided at both the sides where there is a bent up, where there is layers of the reinforcement. Okay, so now I will draw one 3D drawing and it will be clear for all of you. Okay, first as usual we shall draw a three-dimensional sketch. three-dimensional sketch. So this is your three-dimensional sketch. So all the basic things you are aware now. Okay. Bottom face. See, this is your width and this is your depth. So this is your tension phase. So this is your compression phase. So all this you are aware. First we shall start drawing the reinforcement. Okay, I'll take the red color bar. First we shall draw the compression reinforcement. Compression, there are totally four number of the bars. Okay, so we shall draw the four number of the bars in the compression. So bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4. So it is four number of the bars. Okay, and let us come to the tension. In the tension, there are, see, in the compression, there are totally four number of the bars. Okay, in tension phase, they have to draw totally seven number of the bars. Out of that seven numbers, we shall draw the first four bars in first layer. Okay, so let me draw layer 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is also tension reinforcement, four number of the bars. Okay, four number of the bars it is. Yeah, additional three bars you have to bend it. Okay, additional bars you have to bend it. So before that we shall give a spacer bar. Before that we have to give the spacer bar uh, in order to give the proper spacing between the first layer and the second layer. It is necessary for us to give the spacer bar. So this is your spacer bar. Normally it will be provided in the transverse direction. So this is your spacer bar. Okay, this is your spacer bar. Over this spacer bar, see this spacer bar dia, they have given it as 25 dia. Okay, see, you have to give spacer bar because there are two layers and more number of the bars are there here. And you at the corners, at the ends of the beams, if you are providing, you can connect it with the stirrups. When there are more number of the bars, it is necessary for us to give the spacer bar. Okay, yeah. See, I have to draw three bars here. So that three bars you have to measure a distance of 1.4 from the support. Both the sides 1.4 meter from the support. Measure it. So after measuring 1.4, see from here you have to draw bar 1, bar 2, bar 3. Okay, so this you have to crank it, that is bend it at an angle of 45-degree, extend it towards the compression phase and extend it to support like this. Okay, crank it at an angle of, or the bend it at an angle of 45-degree and extend it till the compression phase, till the support. Okay, like this. So this is your three-dimensional drawing. Okay, this is your spacer bar, green color. Blue color is nothing but your bent up bar. Red color bar is nothing but your straight bar. Okay, see why this bent up concept, the simple concept of this bent up is, see, you know that flexural reinforcement, if you are giving the reinforcement exclusively for the bending or the flexural members, uh, so much number of the bars is not necessary. So wherever the steel is necessary, you know that the tension will be greater at the midspan, not at the supports, whereas shear is greater at the support. Simply if you extend all this till the support, this steel will not play any role in resisting the tension. Okay, if you just extend even this at till the end of the beam at the tension phase, this will not have any role to resist. Okay, so instead of that you can go for the bent up, because at the only at the middle span the tension will be greater and deflect bending stresses will be greater, and at the support the shear will be greater. So here you can accommodate for both the shear as well as the flexure. So that is one advantage of the bend up. Okay, next, in addition to this, there is something called side face reinforcement. So what is that side face reinforcement? See, you have noticed that the depth of the beam here, it is 800. So as per IS 456 codal provision, if the depth of the beam is greater than the 750 mm, then you have to give the side face reinforcement. Whenever the depth increases beyond the 750 mm, then you have to give the side face reinforcement on both the sides. Okay, so this I'm drawing one side face reinforcement in black color. So this is your side face reinforcement. So here on the other face also you have to draw the side face reinforcement. Okay, so here you have to give the side face reinforcement. Say on both the sides of the beams you have to give, because will be taken care. The whatever the stress it is developing across the cross section will be managed by the side face reinforcement. Okay, and yeah, after this you have to give the stirrups already I have explained in the previous. If I draw it again in this sketch, you will get confused. Okay, for drawing of the stirrups, please refer to the previous video. Okay, next I will draw the cross section. I will draw the cross section. See, cross section you are taking at two, this thing you are taking at 2 points, that is at the support condition 1, and you are taking one at the midspan. So now I will draw it for the support condition. Now I will draw it at the support condition. So as usual, width, depth, everything you have to represent. See, when it comes to the support condition, compression reinforcement you are having as usual 4 number. Okay, tension reinforcement there are 7. First I will draw this. Okay, at the support condition, I am drawing, this is at the support. Okay, this is at the support condition. See, at the support condition what has happened in the longitudinal section. So as usual there are this thing in the two dimensional we are representing like this single bar only, there is representation, but this is your support. So I am drawing the section here at the support. So this is your midspan. Okay, so there is a spacer bar, whatever the bar I have written, so that is observed like this. Spacer bar is seen like a small dot in the two dimensional structure. Okay, normally spacer bar is provided in the transfer direction. So above this spacer bar you are providing next layer of the reinforcement at you are starting it only after 1.4. So this is 1.4, then you are bending it, you are extending, you are bending it, and you are extending it. Okay, so this is your this thing. So this is the cross section what we are drawing. So here as usual you will see 4 bars, so that is why I have written this 4 bars. Okay, then here this one you will see it as 4 numbers. Okay, next support you will see this one also, so that 3 number of the bars also you have to represent. Okay, this is your 3 number of the bars. In addition to that there is a side reinforcement. This is your side reinforcement. Okay, this is your side reinforcement. This also you have to notice. Okay, this is about the cross section of the support. And one more thing, you have to draw even the cross section at the midspan also. You have to draw the cross section at the midspan also. Okay, then so I will draw the cross section at the midspan. Okay, I will draw the cross section at the midspan. So midspan what you can see. So now I am taking this section here. This is your midspan. So in the midspan section, bottom as usual you will draw, there will be stirrups. 1, 2, 3, 4 you have to draw the, so this is your tension reinforcement, and bottom also you have to draw the compression. Top also you have to draw the 4 number of the compression, and then see here there is a spacer, this side reinforcement is there. side face reinforcement. Next, this one, it is at the bottom. 3 number of the bars, you have to specify it at the bottom. This is bent up section. Okay, and there is a spacer bar for all this. That also representation you can do. Okay, yeah, and labeling you have to do. So this is your two-legged vertical stirrups. Two-legged vertical stirrups. Okay, stirrups also you have to draw very much carefully. Yeah, so in the two-dimensional drawing, you have to draw the stirrups carefully. So this is your tension reinforcement, compression reinforcement, 4 number, first layer, compression also 4 numbers. Then for after a distance of 1.4 meter from both the side, so you will be having a spacer bar. So this is your spacer bar. Normally it will be given in the transfer direction of the beam. So this is this thing. Then you are bending it up. This angle is 45-degree. Extend it till the support. So this is your 2D representation. After this, you have to give the stirrups. So then you will have the stirrups. The stirrups will be very much closer near to the support. Okay, and whenever you are reaching near the support mid span, the span will increase, spacing will increase whenever you are moving this thing. Okay, the detailed this thing, it is been given in the data, you can refer back to it. This is how about drawing the bent up detailing.